I suppose it's pretty difficult to really, survive as a female band. Like, did you have points of kind of like frustration? Like, you did split up once, right?
Yeah.
And so, was there the point when you said, we've had it, like, that's it, or what was the reason for that?
Well, we split up in, what year was it when we split up in Russia? After the Russian tour.
Oh.
With Black Sabbath we split up.
That must have been
91. 88, was it, or 89?
No, that was when I joined in 87. So
we went to Russia with Sabbath.
Yeah, and
then
that
we
was
split
the
up.
end of it. I was with you for 3 years. So that must have been 90, 91.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what kept you going then afterwards?
We just decided to get back together again.
Love for rock and roll.
We like playing and we like playing with each other.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Do you think it's like easier right now to start off as a band, or do you think it's just as difficult?
Well, when we started off, we found it kind of half and half. It being an all-girl band kind of worked for us, but on the other hand, it worked against us because there was a lot of prejudice. They're like, they're women, they can't play. But then again, we used to also get a lot of gigs just out of the first novelty value, just to see if girls could play, sort of thing. So, but we managed to like get our foothold.
Like, do you think that the audience change? Like, do people, do they become a bit more aggressive, or do you think they're more quiet, or younger, older? Or you always have kind of like the feeling, like the audience is kind of like the same.
No,
Like,
everywhere you go is
it's
different, really. I mean, you get a mixture of older sort of
Mature.
fans, mature, and younger ones in between. But you always tend to get one aggressive person at a concert that tries to cause trouble. But just point them out and embarrass them, and he'll go away.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because like these days I find it quite difficult, to get an audience that really goes for it, like that really goes with the band. And
what you mean,
tries
follows the band?
Yeah, right.
In the early
support
days.
the band, I think like it was much better like in the 80s.
In the 80s, we used to get fans follow us around the country.
Yeah.
And sometimes they still do. We got this one guy from Scotland. Whenever we play anywhere, he's always at the gig.
He travels hundreds of miles,
hundreds of pounds, just to see us.
Thousands of miles, hundreds of pounds.
Takes time
That's
to work.
very serious.
But in the early 80s, we used to have lots of them, always coming all around the country, sleeping in phone boxes, sleeping in the railway. Glenn, that's how we met Glenn, Mark Hales and all that lot.
And it's really flattering. Really, you feel bad for these. It's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Get down in the bed.
So kind of like the die-hard fans, right?
We even made him some food, didn't we?
Yeah.
In the dressing room.
We gave him a tent.
We gave him a tent,
right.
at the
festival
festival we did.
Yeah, we let him sleep in a
Put a tent up for him.
Would you rather play festivals or in concert?
I like festivals.
I like festivals.
Yeah.
Festivals are good.
Just as it's getting
on a nice
dusky,
day.
just as the sun's going down.
Yeah.
And the lights are just coming on.
Yeah.
Like summation of everything we've done so far. There's going to be a lot of tracks, obviously, because we'll take like 3 or 4 from each album that we've ever done. And with 2 or 3 new ones thrown in. Yeah, probably end up being about 20 odd tracks.
Yeah. Might even be a double CD.
We can fit.
You never know. That's what we'd like.
Yeah.
See.
I mean, if it were vinyl,
Because
it'd be
we've made 8 albums, so we got a lot of songs to do.
We just
And
can't.
new ones
Every
too.
time we sit down to make a list out there, we keep arguing about it. We keep chucking around. Now we can't play that.
No, I
We
don't
talk
like
about
that
it,
one.
and then we
I
have
like
that
that
one.
one.
No, we don't play that. So. I don't know.
Shut up.
But what do you think, like, you're gonna do?
By the way, this
like
is Nerve talking in the background, in case you wondered.
Every album, or like, what are the new songs going to be like?
Well, we've already got 2 finished, and we've got about 3 more kind of almost finished. They're pretty much, I don't know how to describe them, they just sound like us. basically.
Yeah, but like, are you a little bit more like Scream to Murder? Or
Yeah,
one
in
is
that vein.
Yeah.
Demolition, Scream to Murder.
Yeah.
In that vein.
Are we playing that tonight?
New one, yeah.
Are we?
Yes.
Introducing 1 or 2 songs tonight.
We're probably going to start off the set with a new one, and maybe put. Well, we got.
Give some love.
Give some love.
That one, and maybe another one tonight. So,
Dotty full.
What do you think? Like, if Kelly wouldn't have rejoined the band, what do you think? How would it have been going on? Like, would you?
Don't ask her that. You know what she's going to say.
What am I going to say?
Because you kind of like always, you know, been in contact. You always kind of like stuck together, even though you've gone separate ways. But you always, you know, came back. Do you think it's a matter of friendship or?
Yeah, we just enjoy being together.
We just like each other's company.
And
we have a laugh.
And sometimes when we're playing, you know, it just feels so good.
Yeah.
And we get into it so much.
Yeah.
And, you know, okay, sometimes you have bad gigs and it sounds really naff. But most of the time, it peaks.
So tell me
like an orgasm.
I've just named some of the bands you've been on tour with.
Oh God, we've been on tour with Motorhead, Rainbow, Deep Purple,
Scorpions,
Iron Maiden,
Black Sabbath, Deep Purple.
I said that.
Sorry.
We've done about 3 or 4 tours with Black Sabbath, about 10 tours with Motorhead. Gary Glitter, ZZ Top. Who else?
That wasn't a tour though, was it?
No, it was just one gig.
Wembley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So when you really enjoyed most, like except the Motorhead thing.
I really loved doing the Scorpion and Iron Maiden tour in America. That was a 3-month tour we did.
3.5 months in blazing heat.
Yeah, it was
great. Summer in the States.
Brilliant.
Everywhere.
Brilliant.
And we slotted our own gigs in between. If they had a day off, then we'd play our own gigs. And it was just really good because we were playing like packed stadiums every night.
Every night.
And we went
And
down
Deep
really
Purple.
well. But obviously they did too. It was just like crazy. It was great.
And also in '84, we played with Deep Purple in America 7 weeks, and that was brilliant. Deep Purple, when Jackie Bodymead was in the band. And that was an amazing tour, and that was packed. We played to about 30,000 people every night, and it was excellent. And Deep Purple were brilliant anyway.
So you find it kind of like more relaxing playing on the stage or playing with a big band than going on a headliner?
I find it really nerve-wracking. When we're with a huge mega band like Deep Purple.
Yeah.
I get so nervous
but then after a few gigs and you get into the routine of the tour, you think, you know,
but it's a lot
don't think about
more
it.
nerve-wracking than doing your own gig. Because you play in front of more people, thousands of people.
Yeah.
But in the end, I mean, then again, it cancels itself out because there's so many lights in your eyes, you can't even see beyond the front 10 rows anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know there's another 25,000 people out there, but you can only see the front, and so...
Really good, the audience, but in Russia, they're not allowed to stand up and really headbang. There's all these security people sitting there at the seats, stopping all the fans from getting too wild. So they can't really let themselves go.
I remember we played before the wall came down in Berlin. We played East Berlin, didn't we, in 82 or something, 81. That was really weird.
It was
very
horrible.
weird. We crossed over the checkpoint.
Checkpoint Charlie.
Yeah, we saw the wall and everything. And it was depressing great.
We played in Budapest as well, in Hungary, and that was really depressing. Stayed in a nice hotel.
Was that without me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
You also mentioned India.
India,
Because I find it hard to imagine, you know, how people really get along with the music. You know, like do they
everywhere
really
we've
have
been,
the
they've
chance
loved
to
it.
look into it.
I don't know, but I don't know. In India, we had families coming to the gigs. They were all festivals, open air gigs, with hand-built stages and things, you know. And all the wires was poking out, and you know, you could get electrocuted and all that. They don't really know a lot about PA systems and stuff.
Well, it's all
Over
kind
there.
of rigged, isn't
But
it?
all the
Like
people that
last
came were coming like families, mothers and fathers with their children, because they thought we were a girls' school.
Yeah.
Not girls' school, but a school. You know, so we had families turning up at all the gigs.
That was quite different.
Really weird, yeah, it was very strange. But it was great, we had a brilliant time in India, 3 weeks we were
Yeah.
there.
So how would a tour plan look like? Like if you would say, okay, we're going on tour right now, planning like 3 months, 4 months, going on tour. Like which countries would you prefer to tour?
Asia,
Oh, where in
far,
Asia?
far east, and far west,
Far out.
far out.
I don't know, we did Japan.
Japan,
That was a trip.
yeah.
We had like 4 gigs in Japan in 82.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
India sounds great. I didn't go there with them, but it sounds amazing. I mean, just to travel, it's such an experience.
It'd be nice
And
to go to
especially
places
nice.
like Hong Kong and
Travel.
Philippines and,
Yeah.
you know, all around there, because bands do go to the Philippines
Yeah.
to do gigs, and Hong Kong and places like that. I'd love to go to all those places
Yeah.
and tour.
It's just such a wonderful thing to have the opportunity to travel
Yeah,
to
right.
these places.
Right.
Because some people don't even go out of the
Think
city
about it,
they're
yeah.
born in.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But we've been around the world. The only place we haven't been to, and we would like to go, is Australia. We've never been there.
Never been South America.
Or South America or Africa, we haven't been there. Or Australia, yeah, I really want to go to Australia. Because it's supposed to be really good to
Yeah.
tour there.
Yeah. So you wouldn't concentrate like in Europe or something like that.
Well, we've done Europe so many times. We've been everywhere over here, haven't we? We've been all
We
over
don't really
Europe.
concentrate anyway. I mean,
We don't
wherever,
concentrate,
wherever
no.
there's the demand.
And wherever they
we'll be
send
there.
us, we go.
Yeah, we'll just be there.
It's fun.
We just go.
Because we were so excited when they said, oh, you got a gig in Hamburg on Saturday. We were like, yeah, we'll have fun. We'll fly in, see Hamburg, you know, stay
Yeah,
in
fly out
Reeperbahn. It'll be
again.
fun. You know?